G'day viewers, well I think I've found a terminal cover that may fit this. This is just one I ripped off the back of a junk fridge. Cut the side out of it. And this screw hole just so happens to line up perfectly with the original one on the meter. So it just sits like that. Looks very ugly and redneck, but I'm going to give it a coat of black spray paint just so it looks a little bit better. All it's going to do is just stop people putting their fingers in there. It's actually quite effective, so good safety barrier. Even there's a warning on it. Disconnect from electrical supply before removing this cover, so what a bonus. And viewers, a few coats of paint. Looks a lot better now. That's better. Still looks a bit ugly, but better than not having a terminal cover. So I can try and make a better one. Yes, I do. And that should just bolt straight on. There you go. Perfect. Nice and safe now. I know it looks like crap, but at least it's safe. Now I can move on to this one. I think I've figured out how to wire it up. Source from the supply. Active, active, active. So here we've got there, there, there. And it comes out here, I think. Got active, it jumps. I think that's a neutral actually. That's a neutral from the supply, and that's the main neutral. So there's 1, 2 and 3 for the load. 1, 2 and 3 for the from the supply. So I guess I'll get wiring this up and double check everything and give it a test. I've just written neutral comes out from the load. Neutral is this big bold line, goes up to this one. Studying this example, there's only one neutral and it goes up into there and out to your load. So it's 3 phases of one neutral. You can see that the last one is a common for all the potential coils. Yeah, that top, looking at the schematic, there's top diagrams of the potentials, and the big bottom ones are the current coils, which are the big beefy coils you see here. The camera picks it up. There you go. They're the load coils, and that one there's the potential coils. You can see the laminations here. Well, the voltage coils, another name for them. Either way, they're the ones that are on all the time when the meter's on. When there's a load, power goes through the current coils on the bottom, which causes a eddy current to build up and spin the disc. So let's wire this up and give it a test. Now I can start to clean it and do an accuracy test on it. Okay viewers, that's how I've wired it so far. Supply active in. 240 volts to that potential coil, which jumps off through this, parallel to this one, to this potential coil, so that's getting 240 volts as well. That comes out to your load, jumps to that, jumps to that, neutral for your load. This is the main neutral for the potential coils. So there you go, and obviously the earth, which is very important. Now I've got to dig out my stash and see if I can find a spare power point and we can, give it a test. Okay viewers, our power point's hooked up. I had to buy this off me jiggery pokery ballast. I'm going to have to get some more power points. I prefer some junction boxes too, so I've got to keep an eye on the second hand junk shops around town and start picking for some of those. I mean, this is a hell of a lot safer than this, so yeah, let's give this thing a test. Okay viewers, 600 watt vacuum cleaner, my load. Let's plug it in and give it a test. Then I'll set this up and do an accuracy test on it. So I have to get that spot on so we can get a good head start, make it easier for me. So plug this in, see if I can master this with one hand. Takes a bit to, there you go. And there we go. The wheel's actually moving. see the numbers on the wheel counting down. Can't really show up on the camera. There you go, it is moving. Unplug. Now let's put a bigger load in it so I can get this set up and ready for the test. Okay, we're always ready to do the test. It's going to be a bit tricky with this one because it doesn't have a 1/10 dial, so I'm going to have to count just on the stop line too. So 66.6 divided by 10, which will give me the marking on that timing marks there, will give me the reading for 1/10 of a kilowatt hour. So probably 6.66 turns roughly to equal the 1/10 of that to advance once, because it's a very slow spinning meter. So plug it in, power on in 3, 2, 1, power's on. Alright, it's not even a turn yet, keep an eye on that one there. That's one turn. Let's advance a tiny bit. Just keep focusing on here, the timing mark. 2 turns. A dog would shut up, my sister would shut up with that cat. Yeah, so far so good. That's a 3rd turn, and that's halfway. Looking good so far. Gets a bit uncomfortable standing like this, but anyway, it's worth it. Four turns. So far so good. Here we go. 5 turns. I think this is bloody accurate, which is good. That's good news. It's very important that these are still accurate. Six turns. Now 0.66, I'll have to guess that. You can set a marking here. The 0.66 would be, I think would be about there. That's spot on. There you go. That's accurate. Perfect, so it passed. That's the most important bit. Unplug, safety first. Let that heater cool down before we start a bloody fire. We don't want that happening. Alright, now it's time to give this a good cosmetic clean up and write down the results. There you go, my recording. Let's advance a little bit more. 1/10 equals 6.6 revs. There you go. That's my documentation for that meter, so I can go on my records and be put away. Time to clean it. Okay, viewers, it's all cleaned. Just methylated spirits and a tea towel. That's all I need. Just give them a polish, get the dust off them. Seems to shine them up quite well. Now this is pretty common with these apparently. I put a lot of glue on this window and you can see it's overflowed and it's just, yeah, a bit of excess. It's common with these. I've seen many of these in service without glue left on them, so I'm just going to leave it like that, get it its originality. So I can find some proper wall outlets and set these up properly. I'll set up a little stand for these. Yeah, we'll start doing some popping experiments with each meter. So yeah, till I get some more outlets, we'll have some fun with these. So thanks for watching.